Ja, halli, hallo, hallöchen. How are you guys today? Welcome in on this fine Thursday evening. It's getting cold outside. I don't think there will be many days left without that white stuff from above. So we here, fortunately, in Africa, there is a bit warmer weather over here. Yay! So let's buckle up. You join in. I also already saw Castella. Welcome in there. And hey, Copilot, how are you doing? Is the weather also
Fine.
Is the weather also cold at your side?
At night, yes, it's around 0, but during the day it's quite nice.
It's
During the day, it's tomorrow, for example, it's supposed to be almost 20.
Nice. Ooh, 3 streams. Ooh.
3 streams, can you imagine that?
You were so many
I don't
more.
know how I survived that.
Yeah, but if you have 3 streams in a row, that means you were in the tube liner stream.
Yes. I quickly looked in because I just was curious if you actually were doing it or not. And I quickly had a look in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's true. Otherwise,
it wouldn't be the 3.
Sunday would always interrupt my. Yeah.
So, is the Nights Up now doing tube lining?
No.
You sure?
And I'm not saying anything about that without my lawyer.
That would be funny. So,
as I say, it's the time really that keeps me from joining every now and again.
Yeah, the thing is, if I do it later, I could not fly the legs I want to.
Yeah.
Since the tube lining takes a bit more time. Hey, Quirt.
The queer?
Well, I think my battery's dead. Is my battery dead? Yes. No, it's not. How you doing, Quirt? The new Baron is good. Okay. My prop is dirty. Oh boy. I need to polish that again.
Yeah, or maybe just wait for the next botched landing and get a new one.
The Kaharia is good. Just a bit tired from the day. Shopping makes tired. Ooh, peanut butter cookie. Nom nom nom. Peanut butter cookie sounds nice. Just need a coffee for that. Yes, Birgit is stingy with the cookies. Birgit is very stingy when it comes to
Well,
cookies. So this window can go close. This can close. Do not litter here. Finally, just don't tell Catbat.
okay, that's the wrong end of the runway. We need the other end.
So you got something to study. Kinda, yes. Neat. We're in the middle of nowhere, and I have just 34 to 36 frames. Something is here badly programmed.
I've got 96.
With the TBM from Black Square. Well, I need to have a talk with that one. I wanted the nav map overlay. There we go. Yes, if you know how to handle it properly. She's a 10 out of 10. I have the Black Square. 850. Just can't fly her. Too stupid for it. Can't get her to start without damaging the turbine. The problem is not the plane. It's me. So, are we ready?
Oh, yes.
So, then we get some music. So, yes. Here we go. Play over here. Play over there. Here we go. Yes. Squared. Hmm?
Yeah, my favorite song.
American Horror Story. Don't know when you are tubing on VATSIM. So, is this the road we're following? It looks like it. There we go. So we're going from Ghana over to Ivory Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You think those countries are not very wide?
Yeah, they're the towel countries. Oh, I have a rainbow.
Me too. Okay.
Those bronze statues from Benin,
Yeah.
there's trouble. They returned quite a few of them from Germany and other countries.
Yeah.
Uh, so, and they gave them money to build a museum where they can be displayed.
Yes.
Now that museum has been finished,
But
and it was supposed to be opened this week, and there were violent protests outside the museum
why?
because there seems to be a disagreement amongst the population that some people think that because they are the royal bronzes, they should actually be returned to the king, which of course then could mean that nobody will see them again because he will just put them away somehow, because the king has not expressed any desire to display them. And then there's the other faction who says no, they are historical works of art and they should be accessible to everyone. That's why they have the museum. And the people who are on the king's side, they are the ones who rioted. So the museum is closed still. When I heard that on the news, I thought, hang on, we were there recently.
But why could I don't want to know why they they
It's,
can give it back to the king, but why does not the king say, okay, it's historical?
yeah, that would be the solution.
It would be so
The
easy.
king says, okay, the king says they are mine, but I give them
But you can look at
as
it.
a,
I put it there,
yeah, to the museum.
and
So
you look at it.
they, yeah, that would definitely be the solution. But apparently that's not on the books.
That's so weird. Would be easy. Not yet, Queer. I was busy. What's about the 737? Is there a date for 2024? Thank you, Saribot. Best spot ever.
That was incredibly fast.
Yeah, I saw it, but Saribot was BAM! I'm curious what happened to the Saulibot. Yeah. Yes! Yes! With the 800, my plane. Well, did you hear the other news that Boeing will want to train their pilots with Microsoft Flight Sim?
Yeah, I heard that one.
No, could be, maybe. That's why. Also. But there is another 737 company which programs for FAA and training standards. I just forgot how it was called. That's what the real pilots are training with. But the licensing is incredibly expensive. Last time I heard about for 2 years, $500. I would be happy with a functional plane where when you pop out something, that it will do exactly what it's supposed to do. Like circuit breakers and everything.
Stella, I can only advise you against using that add-on. It messed up my sim when I had it in.
The map
Even when it
enhancement.
works, it's not a huge improvement.
What are we talking about? About where we could download the different maps?
Where you could decide if you
The
wanted to
Google
have Google Maps
Googly
or
Maps. Yeah.
Bing Maps. Yeah. But I couldn't really say that made a huge difference.
Well, you would see a huge difference with Google Maps on areas where Bing Maps was not that prominent. But I think at the moment, it does not make much sense. Costello.
It was a horrible problem to uninstall it once I had it installed.
It was a pain in the ass. Let's say it that way.
It almost destroyed my sim.
First, you need to, well, the map enhancement, if you would have set it up properly, first you run the map enhancement, then you would run the sim. And if you stop the map enhancement when the sim is up and running, you would risk CTD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it really says, okay, if the sim is running, do not stop and restart. At least it was back in the days when we used it. You know, we had it working over Greenland, Spitsbergen, and that kind of area.
But since we have 2024, it's not really necessary anymore.
No.
And even in this sim in 2020, scenery has improved so much.
Yeah, there weren't any.
All these horrible blank spaces that you got in the beginning have mostly disappeared.
Yes.
All these glitches, remember how in the beginning you had these tremendous cones.
Oh, yes.
Which were absolutely crazy.
Or
I haven't seen one of those in a long while.
Or the floating rivers of Canada.
Yeah. Diao. Not Miao, but Diao.
Delta India Alpha Uniform.
Abenguru.
Yep.
That's what it's called.
Some of those names remind me of the names which were used in Avatar Frontiers of Pandora.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure that when people are designing a game or things like that, they look at some kind of source and just change it a little bit to make it their own. I mean, these names here are at least pronounceable.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we've been in some areas where it just wasn't possible to pronounce.
Hmm. Nobody's flying over here. Nobody.
Not a single contrail. Nada.
Niente.
You know what pisses me off?
Hmm?
The last 2 nights, I think tonight is the last night, in our area, you could actually, there were people who saw the northern lights.
Hmm?
And I was standing at the window 2 o'clock in the morning, couldn't see anything. Even though we had clear skies.
My worker colleague said the same thing, but was successful of seeing them at 3 in the morning.
Okay. Well, I have another look tonight. Because they say that after tonight, there will be no more for a while until the next solar eruption takes place. What are we listening to here?
Let's do a touch and wind.
No, what are we listening to?
Himmelsrand.
That sounds like a soundtrack.
The rocky version of Skyrim.
Ah, yeah, okay. No wonder it sounds familiar. I see a Castella on the horizon. It's helpful. It's where I know where the runway is.
I don't know why I still can remember those lyrics.
Now let's have a look. Castella is down there, so there must be a runway somewhere. Jeez, they call that a runway, okay.
A piece of dirt to land on. Or touch and wind on.
Yeah.
honk and go. Hey, buddy. Adokofiko. That's what we're flying over.
Mm-hmm.
You coming, Castella?
This machine is just so amazing to fly. I keep saying it every time. It's just. You've never flown it, have you? You only have it.
I think I've flown it once just for kicks, but other than that,
It's dead ugly with the gear down. But once the gear is up, it's elegant.
the Horton was before its time, or its time ahead.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, many say it was the very first stealth fighter.
With the
And what is
stink
incredible
line.
when you look at this plane, it's incredible to think that it was basically made of wood.
Hmm.
It doesn't look like a wooden plane
Nope.
at all.
And it has a stink line.
Oh yes.
Did it have too much sauerkraut?
All these old jets. There was no Greta in those days.
What's her takeoff and landing capacity? How much runway does she need?
Very little. Landing a little more than for takeoff. But takeoff is almost stall. And landing, she takes a bit more.
You can say what you like. The live weather has the best cloud animation.
Mm-hmm.
The downpours.
I've got the weather settings for 24 from SoFly, and they got an update, but I haven't downloaded yet.
Okay.
Oh, this looks like it could be wet outside.
Yes. Saturday will be funny again with the Vixen.
Yep. Well, I hope that flight plan is long enough. It's not so easy to find a lot of those small airfields in Ireland, but I think we have enough now.
If not, we go somewhere where we know it's carnage.
No, I think it's a little bit over 200 miles. I think that's more or less what we did the last time. But the original plan ended up with the last leg going towards the north again, and I deleted that and made us go south.
Yeah.
And then do a little circle there. That gave us more airports.
Oh, this looks great. A little bit wet.
A little bit wet, yeah. And the amazing thing is how to steer this thing, because there's no rudder.
Oh, double rainbow. So we're closing in on Lac de Ayama. And we are over at the lake. There's just a little bit further the coast.
Yeah.
And then there's Abidjan.
Airfield.
Yes, there's a little airfield south. Then further down the coast is Abidjan. That was till 1983 the capital.
Yeah.
And then it got dissolved into several towns because it grew too big. And the capital status went over to something I cannot pronounce correctly. And we got a raid. Welcome in, Empire Kick-In. Raided us with a party of 6. How you doing, guys? Where were you two planning today? I think I skipped a corner. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry. What do you mean with that, Castella? What do you use for your map? You mean a map in kind of what's displayed on the ground, or map for navigation? None. On the ground, that's the texture is vanilla. It's from the sim.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just have for the trees Rex AccuSeason that they change the colors and the height of the trees can be
Yeah. That they make it a little bit more
changed.
realistic.
Yes, but the ground is vanilla. So there's the luck straight ahead.
Yeah.
She wrote a song. Next airport is land. I need to refuel.
Okay.
I'm going to fly over the lake. Just for spying. What I'm asking is meh. Really meh.
Yeah, and it's loading in too late.
I would really love for the Microsoft Flight Sim to get an add-on or mod where the water actually shows the color what's over there and not just blue.
Yeah.
I highly doubt this waters here are blue.
Could be. With a blue sky.
But why is it then that it looks greenish brown? If you look on the shore, Die
Maybe the best way of
Wasserkante.
doing it is looking at the satellite
I'm on it.
image.
I'm on it. Abidjan. Kumasi. Dr. Aya. Very brownish.
Well, I just passed a dam.
Very brownish.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure they take that as hydropower plant. Didn't you say most of the lakes over here are hydropower dams?
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely not a natural one. But it's the cheapest way. You know, I mean, like if they have a big town like Abidjan not far away, they need a lot of power.
Oh, yes. We're not far out from Abidjan.
Where is it? Must have overflown it.
Yeah. Piece of dirt inside. Careful, careful. There is in the middle of the runway a power pole.
Oh, excellent. Oh, Boston Elf is with us. Oh, this is a runway. Okay.
Hey, Boston Elf, welcome in. Careful on short final, there is A power pole. Perfectly placed. Cloaking device malfunction. Yay! So, we gonna need fuel. Wondering why the mouse isn't working. Got the wrong mouse in my hand.
That's one way of explaining it, yeah.
Hey, there's the warthog. Grandpa Buff.
According to the VFR map in Sim, we are far away from the airport.
No.
You look at the in-sim VFR map.
No, I
We're
don't.
somewhere in the greenery.
Yeah, whatever. My map is the one that counts.
Yeah.
We're exactly where we should be. Okay, Costella.
Yeah, but you see even in the map where there is a discrepancy. You see that white circle
Yes.
in the map? That's not on the runway.
No.
And that's the place that the VFR map in Sim also sees as the airport. So there is a marking problem there in the map.
Probably.
I also see power poles in the front of us. So we have to be careful when we're taking off.
I back taxied.
Yeah, no need. Enough room.
I just in case back taxied. Okay.
Now is the Boston Elf coming in? Or is he... Yeah, I think he's coming in.
Looks like it. Looking good. That was butter all over. It looked like butter. Hello, guys. Whee! Hello. Gesundheit. And what did the Castella change? To what? Oh, very fast bird. The F-35. Do you have any markers, Nightsup?
So far, no.
Oh, it will probably be just Lego City. So. Aye, we have patches.
Yep.
Why?
Because we said something earlier.
About patches?
We shouldn't have. Yeah, and we were too positive.
We haven't knocked on wood. That's the problem.
That's probably. Yep.
Don't fly into the ground when I let go of the throttle. Please, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Some pretty nasty looking clouds up ahead.
No. And fog.
Well, that's normal. Big city. Probably have to fly lower.
I'm pretty low.
I have to get under the cloud, otherwise I won't see a thing.
Bonua.
Yeah, not happy with the scenery here.
It's nice below 1,100 feet.
I mean, the ground scenery. Just too much generic stuff.
True, Zepper. From Boston Elf.
No. It's
Whee!
what's the plan for this big airport?
You wanna do a land or wanna do a touch and wind?
I think a touch and wind is enough.
Whee!
I find these big airports always slightly boring in these small planes.
Yes, they are.
Good grief, the clouds are getting darker and darker.
Grand Bassam.
Oh, first marker on the horizon.
Okay. Hello. Greetings back to the gym.
Hello, Solidev. Oh, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers.
What day is it today? Arms day or leg day? I got a massive rain cloud here.
Yep.
Very massive. With a shower curtain over there. Thursday. Ah, yes. I thought so.
I'm going to check out these markers if there's anything worth looking at. massive town. Well, one marker is for a bridge. Now that bridge should be visible. Yeah, it is visible. It's a normal bridge. Then there is a cathedral.
Okay.
Which interestingly enough is called St. Paul's Cathedral, like the one in London.
Okay.
That's quite interesting here. That's a very modern construction, but I have a feeling that is the real look of the place. Yeah, so that's worth looking at.
I'm on your heels.
And there's a big stadium, a famous building, and a mosque. And they're all modeled, so they must all be from that add-on. The mosque has a blue roof and quite a fancy tower.
Ah, that's the cathedral. Nice.
Yeah.
That's for sure from
Then
the
if you
Africa add-on.
And if you go forwards towards the tip of that peninsula, then you get the mosque, where I'm circling at the moment.
Yeah. I slowed down a bit, so I think, yeah, I see it. Got the visual. Did you want to turn on me? No, that's nice. Yay! Salidev got lucky with his parking space. But after that, there's nothing left.
No, it's all in that one
Location.
spot.
It's a huge city.
Yeah.
Or at least it was a huge city. Its district got dissolved into self-sufficient towns, so... We're over Yangon.
That sounds... Yes, I thought so. Amanda Lear. Oh, God. Those were the days. You know the painter Salvador Dali?
It's...
He's the guy who did the clocks that are melting,
Yes,
and
yes.
yeah, that sort of thing. And she was one of his girlfriends.
Oh, rotten luck, Sauli Dev. Gym closed until 8 a.m. tomorrow. Well,
Certainly, that
it
I
is a
would be relieved
sign.
if I was you.
Seed positive, more time to fly.
No wonder you got street parking.
Yes. I have to say that Amanda Lear, pretty woman. Without
Mhm.
doubt.
At the time, there were rumors that she wasn't really a woman, that she was, a trans person, but no.
Even if she would have been, she's a pretty woman.
Yeah.
So worse. Every day on the street, so. There's a Castella. Buddy. Now in a Zoomy jet.
When I did that first leg of that flight from Scotland over to Ireland, when I did that for myself,
Yeah.
I picked up a local radio station, which since then I've been listening to quite a lot on my normal radio. And it's interesting, they play a lot of these old songs, pop songs, but also Scottish music, which I'm very familiar with, but which
Double.
here nobody ever plays. Um, every now and again there's a song I just go, yes, yes.
I'm not listening to radio at home. Well, that real radio, like Ö3 and so on. I
Yeah.
just listen to Radio Schleswig-Holstein over stream.
Yeah.
And that's that. I have often the music
Yeah.
feed of YouTube open, where I find new music. At the moment, I'm on the wave of Timmy Trumpet. Best stuff to clean a kitchen, for example. You
Yeah,
rock with it, you... Well... I'm gonna fly a circle.
And I sort of crashed.
Yeah, we saw that.
But even a Horton can crash. Yeah, but for some reason I quite like live radio. I mean, I do most of the radio I listen to is streamed, but I do like it if there is, say, there's news, and for example, I quite like classical music. So I have this station from Winnipeg, which is in Canada.
Yeah.
And
They have
of
a
course,
nice...
when they have their local
They
news,
have a nice
then I
airport.
get the
Sorry.
then I get the Canadian news, which is quite interesting. Or this station that I was talking about, the neighboring town to where I used to live in Scotland. So when they have their local news, I know exactly what they're talking about. I find that interesting. And of course, what I love is that late in the evening and at the weekends in the evening, they have sort of special Scottish music program, not just the traditional stuff, but also um, Scottish groups from the last few years and so on.
Hmm.
And that's sort of music I could listen to all the time.
That was a 32 on LRM.
Uh, let's see what LRM has to say for mine. 2,259.
So you cratered, basically.
Yes. Fatal exclamation mark. Yes. Well, anything else would have been a total surprise. That one is good. I like that job.
I had last weekend Herrn Nullblick over, the streamer, and I sat him into the rig. Well, let's try and take off with the Spitty.
I'm sure that was good for a laugh or two.
Yes. First we donuted.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got her up in the air. That coordination, hands and feet, was quite harder than expected, what he said. Pictures in my head. Sorry, Dev. Why?
I think you should stand in the corner.
Pretty boy. The gun, what got an airplane? What?
What exactly are you waiting for?
That Costella lands, turns around, and we're gonna take off again. That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, there's a pretty boy in turn flag. So, What's up, sweetheart? The kitty has awoken.
Oops, too early.
Yes, I know. What's up, sweetheart? Just don't bump controls. I would very appreciate that. What's up, sweetheart? What's up? Yes? What's up? What's up, sweetheart? Whee! That piece with the trumpet. That's from Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. Just the piece with the trumpet. Whee! So, Costella is up and humming. Not much over here, not much civilization or anything aside of greenery. At Dimborgo, let's do a touch and went. And then we're already over at the capital. Yamoussoukro. Don't know if I pronounce it correctly.
Bless you.
Thanks. Whee!
I like that song.
C2C, base check 1, 2.
Yeah. Never heard of them, but it's got something.
Hmm. Isn't that one also from your time?
Mm. Well, maybe it is, but I don't know it. It has a sort of Motown sound.
A what sound?
Motown. That was a label that
Ah, okay.
did a lot of music in the States. Black music mostly. Motown because it was a label from Detroit, and Detroit was Motor Town
Ah,
because that's where all the cars were made.
okay. We learned something.
The most famous Motown group, I think, was the Supremes.
Okay. Did you end up in the greenery, Boss and Elf? Never. Nah, not me. Never. Have I ever? Is this a Fata Morgana? Or is there a dimple?
There's a dimple.
Well, almost.
Probably the highest mountain in Côte d'Ivoire.
Probably. How did you call the Ivory Coast?
Côte d'Ivoire. That's the French name.
Ah.
That's how I know it, because, well, that's the language there. I see a teeny weeny contrail.
I don't. Do I have to get jealous?
Yes,
Hmm.
and it's already gone. It's no, it's still
Ha
there.
ha.
It just shifted. Mhm.
What's up, sweetheart? What? You had 2 portions of wet food before the stream.
Look at that ugly patch there.
No?
Ye- Dim.
You can do better, we know that.
Pull yourself together.
Bit. Well, there is much nothing.
Yeah. There also seems to be a train track down there, which is rare.
What I'm curious about to see the Eye of the Sahara.
Yes. I hope you put that in your plan.
Yeah, I wanted to see it, and I hope it's nicely modeled in the sim.
From what I know, yes, it is.
Ah, those guys.
Or ladies.
What did we say? What do we do here?
Oh, I don't think. Did we say anything?
I'm not sure. Let's do a touch and went here and do a land at the capital. But first of all, we need to find it. Oh boy. What's happening? Undercaffeinated here.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, too much hours of sleep today. I slept in.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I got more than 5 hours of sleep.
Well, I did notice that your good morning in the chat was a little bit late.
Yeah, but tomorrow at work, there will be lots of work. Not because of customers, but we got the guys back in on Tuesday for taking an inventory. So
Inventory.
yeah.
How nice.
Yeah. And since we like to know what we have in our store, we do a pre-inventory. But in case if something is missing, we can have a search.
Okay.
Yes. Can't believe what we once missed and found. Just because somebody else put it somewhere else where it did not belong. And if that happens when the inventory guys are already present, they can't search a whole day for one item.
No.
So we have to prepare everything. And maybe we can break the record with the inventory this year. With them beginning and them out of the door. What happened with Castella?
Well, that's 4 planes I can see.
Or is he above me?
He might be.
No.
I mean, I don't see 4 planes as in looking behind me, but I see them on the VFR map.
I just saw Castella a moment ago, then it disappeared. And behind me is Boston Elf. Runway in sight.
In other words, I overshot it again. I was distracted.
How dare you! Don't text and fly! on, bonk. And here we go. Will there be again so much fog?
It's funny. Some towns there isn't, and with others there is. So it's never 100% sure.
Hmm. I always understand Black Betty and not Blackberry. So, 40-something nauticals for the capital. I just saw I did not align the magenta line with the runway. But since it's that big, we would not miss it anyways.
I'm going to complain to the management.
Bitte in dreifacher Ausführung.
Yeah. Yours truly, Karen.
And Mrs. Kitty will grade your your complaint.
There's almost mountains here.
Yes.
I mean, almost.
Yeah, baby mountains. Not much you can work with. Not much here. Just greenery. Did you... Fancy tree.
Did I what?
Did you recheck the ping maps in your settings, Costella?
That's the exact mess that I was thinking about.
Do you have any markers, Nights Up?
So far, yeah, oh yes, sorry, yes. And I even see something funny there. Something round. Let's check that out. That could be another big mosque.
How did you...
No, it's a church. It's the Basilica of Our Lady of Peace
Okay.
of Yamoussoukro.
Okay.
There must have been, probably there was a war, and then there was a peace, and then they built a cathedral.
Probably.
That's how I understand it.
Wie hast du wieder geschafft, dass
grief.
deine Bing Maps geht? Nights Up.
I can't remember, that's quite a long time ago. But I didn't actually want my Bing maps to work, I wanted my regular maps to
Yeah.
work.
The regular maps are from Bing.
Oh yes, sorry, yes. Yes, I confused that. The other one that you can watch is Google.
Yeah.
I can't, honestly, it's something like almost 2 years ago, and I can't really remember the details.
Have you restarted the sim? If you say all checks are where they belong.
You definitely need to restart the sim.
And restart the sim. Okay. Oh, that's quite a big church. A landmark.
It looks almost as if somebody looked at the Vatican in Rome and got some inspiration from the Vatican.
Yes, definitely. You get another marker?
I'm just looking around. I don't think so. And that's the only one. No, there's nothing else.
There is a mod for for buildings over Africa. What Nightsap and me have. That's one of those.
It's a map. If you do flying in Africa, that's very much worth getting, because otherwise there's so few buildings which are
modeled.
actually done properly, and that map, that add-on, in one stroke gives you buildings all over Africa.
About 1,000.
I mean, it's huge.
And it's for free. just need to download it from
Okay.
Flight Sim 2.
I'll have a quick look.
Yes. It's big. Noted for next Thursday. Well, next Thursday is not next week Thursday. Just to give you a heads up. I got 10 some business in Germany. So next week there won't be streams. Because me not being home. $14?
Forgive me if I'm flying a bit crazy just now, but I'm looking for that add-on.
No worries.
And that distracts
Yes,
me slightly.
exactly. Boston.
So many add-ons.
Yes. Thursday the 27th.
Jane, where are you flying?
Not where you wanna go. I'm gonna fly where I want to fly. You're just a pilot, you do not have to say anything. I think that's what the Spitty say when she actually could say something. And do not mistake the power lines, the clearing of the power lines for the runway. That would do ouch.
Good grief. But it took, in the beginning, I was not flying in Africa, so that must have come up later. A lot of English, and I've got the Great Wall of China. Do you remember that from Jepson?
Yes.
And then let's have a look. God, Jesus.
So, I'm gonna land here. Whee!
Here we are. Africa, big scenery. It's not as many as you said. It's 114 landmarks in 31 countries. Now I'll copy that.
At 84 on the Flow Pro landing rate and a 37 on the LRM. I'll take that. So guys, Give me a second, I'll be right back.
So I posted the link to that add-on.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
So, there she is, back again. Got the
Okay.
buddies behind me. Yeah, Boston Alpha's behind me. Now what does my fuel say? My fuel says I need some. There we go. Ready to go. The plane with the stink line.
Yes.
Stinky plane. Hey, come on. Whoa, what? There's no wind and she behaves weird. Whatever. Hey, Wallow, good evening.
Willow.
How are you doing? I don't get that dad joke. I'm sorry.
Just go by the pronunciation. From dig, past tense of dig.
I meant that one from the Nightbot.
Yeah. The one, that's the same. It's Phil, F-I-L-L. Because it stands in a hole.
Okay.
Yeah, just very, very. It's not dad, it's granddad.
A tad bit better. Lac de Cosso. Another big dam.
Mm-hmm.
Baby valleys. Those reddish earth reminds me of Australia.
Mm-hmm.
What must be life up here?
Yep.
That squirrel looked like it's passing out. I zoomed
Yeah,
over its tree.
I watched a squirrel today outside my house.
Okay.
So it's the time when they are collecting their food for the winter.
They're going nuts. Ha ha ha.
They're going nuts. Yeah. And I think there is it's a small children's playground. And I think there's hazelnut bushes on it. So that's probably what they were after.
There was a squirrel sunbathing on the top branch. After we zoomed over, not anymore. Now he's saying, my nuts! But if you see a saber-tooth squirrel with
Yeah.
eine Eichel,
Acorn.
acorn, careful with that one. Be
Yeah.
careful.
We all know about that one.
Now we're following the Highway
a-
6.
In my neighborhood, there's a big walnut tree. Now, guess who is going nuts for walnuts? Not the squirrels. It's the crows. The crows absolutely love the walnuts.
Yeah. They will let fall them onto the street that the car drives
Exactly.
over, and then they
Yeah.
would.
I've seen them actually simply letting them fall onto the road from quite a height, hoping to crack them.
Hmm. Could you send me in a message, please, with the airports we're visiting? And I'm not quite learned yet. Willow, they already are in the Discord. If you go into our server, into the flight plan, stream plan channel, there you go. And for Vaga Airport and Keflavik, I have the scenery, so just for you to know. No, that was just you can't know everything territory. There must be some water coming down.
Yeah. Oh, there's diesel coming up. Diddle.
Yeah. If we see running, also mice running around, then we know where the diddle mouse comes from.
Yep.
He diddle.
God. That was such a craze in those days.
Oh yeah. Still got an original diddle mouse from the 90s. I got a rainbow.
I only got the rain. No bow.
I got a double rainbow. Oh, there are downpours. Oh boy.
Well, not for nothing that we are talking about tropical downpours when it rains heavily.
I don't even have Rex Atmos. No. Little
No,
nav
that's a
map
freeware.
is free.
It's freeware. The nice thing is you can use it for both sims, for the 20 and for 24.
You just need
You just have to have two different scenery libraries, and then you swap one or the other depending on which sim you want to use. There's a big choice of maps that you can use. You can use satellite imagery, you can use terrain maps,
or
and so on.
topo. I love the topo one for the flight planning. Navigraph is subscription, yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Navigraph, yes, there's every month a new cycle. But if you get it for 1 month, you can update your sim and all your data and cancel it for the next month, since there are not so many things that are changing, like frequencies, etc. It's just some waypoints somewhere on the other end of the world could change, but if your sim is 1-2 circles out of data, out of nav data, doesn't matter. A year or two, like the sim is when it's vanilla, yeah, that hurts a bit. If you fly airliner, Navigraph is very handy for the Jeppesen maps. And you have every information in there what you need for IFR flying. Many things you can get in Little Nav Map too. Especially if you have it hooked up with Navigraph. But for the big airliners like a 7.3, it's handy to have Navigraph as a subscription for having the exact data for the ILSs, like minimums and so on. Oh boy, there are downpours. If I don't see the airport, I won't do a touch and went.
Just follow me. I'm on final.
Yes, Willow, but when you're flying, do you want to... Yeah. But the thing is, Willow, with all those free stuff, finding when you need it, it's the other thing. Every ILS has its different frequency. And if you get rescheduled from one ILS to the other, would you find fast enough the other chart? Oh, there it is. Now I found it. Come on, bump and go.
I just disappeared in a shower.
You need
Heavy
soap?
shower. Unfortunately, only very local.
Yeah, Nightsap had that too for a few years back. Costello.
By the way, it's map enhancement, not enchantment. You're not a wizard.
Hmm.
Be interesting. Fly with the enchanted map.
Are you sure? It's probably just sparkling and shiny.
We have some cursed airports.
We have them already. That are the stall thingies with impossible planes.
There's actually a state in the United States which calls itself the land of enchantment.
Okay. Who are those guys?
New Mexico.
Ah, okay.
Well, I mean, I can only say, Willow, for me, Little Nav Map was right at the beginning.
Yes.
Without that, I wouldn't have even gotten started because, I mean, I used it immediately to plan my flights, to find airports. And then, of course, the other thing is it's much better than the built in VFR map to actually follow your flight when you're flying. I mean, you see exactly where you are, you can read the names of the towns.
Honestly,
and
what's
so on.
not better than the in-sim
Yeah,
VFR
I mean,
map?
I use both
Oh.
because the in-game map shows me where the other planes are. That's about the only advantage it has.
Okay, thank you for flying along, Boston Elf. See you in 14
night, Boston
days.
Elf.
Huggles.
I wonder who puts these showers exactly where my plane is. There's a second one now. There is nothing to the left, nothing to the right, just ahead of me.
That's Mrs. Kitty's doing, for sure. You're threatening to complain.
Okay. Next big lake, which is called. It's called. Come on, lake. Do you have a name? Lac de Bouillon.
Bless
That's what
you.
you always wanted to know.
That's the A6.
Oh, Willow, give Little Nap a try. I'm sure you'll love it.
Yes.
And if you have any problems, ask us. We can help you. And before you actually can do your first planning, you have to import the scenery library
Yeah.
from the sim. If it's 20, you can do that without the sim running. If it's 24, you have to have the sim running. Otherwise, it doesn't find.
Wait a second, Willow, are you on Xbox?
Well, then he can't do Little Nav Map. It's a PC program, obviously.
Another dam.
Yep.
I think Willow's on Xbox.
Well, in that case, you can't use it.
Yeah. Or he installs a little nav map on the computer, of course. And over the Xbox Game Pass, the sim just for the database would also be
Yes,
a
but
possibility.
but
What?
surely then there would be no connection between the sim and Little Nav Map, so
No,
he
but he
couldn't
could.
see
But he could
where his
do
plane
the
is
flight
flying.
planning.
He could do that, yeah. Yeah. So what you could do, if you have something like a PC or a laptop, you could install Little Nav Map there. But hang on. He could use it for 2020. No. If there is no SIM installed on that
It
machine,
doesn't work.
Little Nav Map cannot import
Yeah,
the
so
scenery.
on the computer there would have been at least for a moment or two the flight sim to
Yeah.
synchronize the database. So I tend to forget you're on Xbox, buddy.
No, it doesn't look good down there because
No.
the sim water is not really where the water should be.
Yeah, and there are patches of ugh.
Yeah.
added a rebel airport into the FMS, but yeah, knowing the waypoint without a map or at least a sim brief is a bit hard. Sim brief is on an outdated ERAC also for free. There you could generate your flight route and punch it in manually.
If you have a PC. But I hope he does. Otherwise, he couldn't chat with us. Yeah. Yeah.
I think even a mobile would work, or a tablet to generate the flight plan to have a look at. Since SimBrief
The tablet, yeah.
is still
Yeah, but that
a
is SimBrief
homepage.
working. Oh yeah, it's working through a web page. Yes, you're right.
It's a web page. It's still a homepage.
Yeah, it's not an app. Yeah.
Yeah, but Willow, yes, you can install your little nav map on your computer, but you would, if you would just install the program and open it, you would have a blank map. You need a simulator that a little nav map can synchronize your scenery data.
It makes a huge file where it collects all the airports, all the add-ons, everything that you have connected to your sim. And
on the
if
computer.
you don't do that, then it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
then
work.
It's basically an empty thing.
Basically means a little nav map needs a simulator on the same computer to synchronize.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how good your laptop is, and if you have Xbox Game Pass. Because if you have Xbox Game Pass, you could download the sim onto your computer just for synchronizing and leave it on there. Because if it's going bye-bye, the data is also going bye-bye.
Is it?
Yes. Tried that.
You tried that, okay. Because I thought it might just create its own file somewhere, which will then.
I installed little navmap on a USB drive, and it was working with all the data which needed. Then I took that USB stick to the computer at work, plugged it in there, little nav map, booted, yes, all fine, blank map.
That is because little navmap doesn't store this information where the program sits. It usually stores it on your C drive somewhere. And if you haven't got that C drive with you, and the data from it, then it can't work.
But yeah, it didn't work for me that day.
This is the reason why when you upgrade little navmap, you still have the data basically, because they are not in the same place as the program.
Yeah, I learned that.
So there's something dirty coming up,
Yes,
which
a
calls
dirty
itself a
runway.
runway.
A dirty runway.
Very dirty indeed.
It would. It would. Because the data is stored in the plane. You see me also not loading out and in of the sim when I do my flights in the 7.3. It's the same thing. You just need to know the frequency. And
Be
that's what.
careful, there are some really stupidly placed buildings here.
Whee!
I touched one building with the tip of my wing and did a bit of a ballet.
Is the building okay?
I think so. But isn't it possible to install the sim on a virtual computer somewhere in the net?
I
And
don't
then it
know.
doesn't matter what kind of machine you have at home. Like for example on a Google Colab notebook. I mean, when I do
I'm not sure.
when I'm looking into image generation, some of these programs are very, very demanding for hardware, and there are ways you can set it up so that all the calculations happen outside of your computer, and you only get the results on your computer. So I don't know.
My journey has been long. Ours too.
Are you coming over, or should I come
Yes,
over to
I'm
you?
I'm on my way.
Okay.
Basically, Willow, to program an ILS into the CJ4, you need to go onto the departure arrival button. They choose the right ILS and punch in the right frequencies. That's the three things. What's handy to know is the minimums, where it's safe to abort a landing. That's what the minimums are for. And maybe how to draw a fix. But I'm not sure if this is working on the CJ4. Is it alive? Is this a Castella? A plane popped in for me.
Oh, yeah. But I see no nameplate.
Probably too close. Yay! A big bug fear force console flies also is off. Yeah. I understand, Willow. I understand that in-sim ATC is, yeah, another topic. Come on. Yay. Yes, there's a Castella. And that's a house. Why won't your nameplate show up? There you go. Yeah. Saves you some headache. So, cheese, guys.
Cheese.
Castella, would you turn around? Brie? Camembert?
Halloumi.
Yay!
There's no need to start the engine for that maneuver.
It's coming on your side. Shut up. There we go. The brothers in crime. So, brie, cheese, kamikaze. Here we go. I got my picture. Edam mozzarella. I think with mozzarella you would get Mrs. Kitty on the good side of Mrs. Kitty.
Does she like that?
Yes, mozzarella. She would eat it out of my hand or
Okay.
from atop of my bread, more likely. Nom 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 nom. Okay, guys. That was fun today. Bit of boring from terrain-wise because Pancake Land. What can we do? Nothing. Yeah, it was nice to have you, Costella. Also, thanks, Nightsip, for staying at my side like forever. Yeah, when we think we started this tour in March of 2022. Almost 3 years.
Yes. Some people have been married for shorter time.
Yes, definitely. So, well, guys, it's time. We're gonna sign out. Have a good night. We see you on Saturday in Microsoft 2024 with some carnage and little planies.
Little
Wow.
planes.
Yeah, little planies. So, good night, guys. I need to find the button.
Good night.
I need to find the button. There's the button.